Howdy folks, Stu here with Stuke Outdoors. I want to address a question I had in my DMs the other day, and that was, hey Stuke, what rod and reels are you using out there in the water? What line, what leader are you using out there in the water? And I'm going to make it real short and sweet. I have 4 rods that I cycle throughout the year. One rod that I'm always going to have on me is my FTU green rod Gen 2 and the Finesse model. This is a spinner. Have it with the Shimano Mirabel 3000 HG. Now on this rod, what I like throwing are little twitch baits. So something like, you know, the Mansfield Darter, throwing, you know, the K-Wiggler salt plastics. Today I was throwing the Willowtail, catching some nice redfish. But yeah, have it rigged up with 20-pound braid and with 30-pound mono. Any mono leader will get the job done. But the reason why I like throwing heavier leaders is very simple. Fish have teeth. I've broken off so many times with 20-pound. I just found 30-pound to be my confidence poundage for leader. Now for my bait casters, I have 3 bait casters that I cycle out. One bait caster that I'm basically always using is going to be my FTU green rod Gen 2 once again in the classic model. This is going to be the medium light mod fast. I can get away with throwing medium-sized topwater, something like the Mansfield Knocker, which I actually have tied on right now. Or I can get away with throwing something like a Driftwood Custom Peanut. Can also throw salt plastics, can also throw the Darter, can also throw little twitch baits on here. Can also get away with throwing like a soft dine on this rod. Now I have the Tranks 150 HG, so that's the 7:2-to-1 gear ratio. Not the 8:1-to-1. I have the 7:2-to-1 gear ratio. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow. It just gets the job done. So I have it with 20-pound braid with 30-pound mono leader. And that's pretty much what I'm throwing for one of my bait casters. The other next bait caster is a custom one I had made about 2 years ago by Murky Water Rods, actually made in Harlingen, a couple of towns down from me. And he made me a 6.6 medium light. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this blank is going to be the Mangrove blank. So it's one of his production rods that he has. Once again, I like throwing this plastics, small twitch baits. Now, I don't really feel confident throwing a medium-sized topwater, but if I'm throwing something like a Spook Junior, or if I'm throwing a small twitch bait, or if I'm throwing like a Boyo, I will throw it on here. You can throw a medium-sized topwater, but in my opinion, it's a little too soft. But this is a great plastic rod, none to least. Right now, I got a little twitch bait with inline hooks that I'm field testing right now. And now on the reel, I have a Shimano SLX 70 in the 7:2-to-1 gear ratio. So with that being said, I like a smaller reel whenever I am throwing lighter baits, just because that NGL spool, it has holes which makes the spool lighter, which allows you to make farther casts with smaller baits. So that is something that I like. Once again, 20-pound braid, 30-pound mono leader, and that's what I have for this bait caster. Now this next bait caster is one of my all-around rods. I love throwing this when I'm targeting redfish, when I'm sight fishing, when I'm throwing heavier baits, something like a Corky or something like the Big K by K-Wiggler. And that is the Waterloo Salty Mac. Have all my rods are 6.6 lengths. This is a medium mod fast, so this is going to be a heavier rod, something great for throwing fat boys. You can get away with throwing plastics. This is just one of those all-around rods. If you want to throw big baits, you want to throw small baits, you can get it done. And with this SLX 70 with the NGL spool, just like I got done talking about, I can throw lighter lures on this rod. So I have the SLX 70 on here with 20-pound braid, once again, 30-pound leader. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the rods that I use. Now, when it comes to like jetty fishing, or when it comes to targeting, you know, offshore, I have totally different rods for that. That's for a later video. But with that being said, folks, that's what I use for all my inshore stuff, and really my inshore rods. If y'all have any questions on gear, rods, tackle, feel free to DM me. And with that being said, folks, y'all stay safe, top lines, and God bless. Stuke out.